Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. I'm your host, Starnum Lander, and it's time to continue. Alright, so last time we left off, we had finally rescued Halsin and cleared out the Temple of Selûne from all the goblins and the other threats. Mostly, I think there's still some people out front that we'll deal with here in just a minute. But we went back to the Emerald Grove and we took care of everything. We talked to everybody and then we had a big party. And now it's time to continue.
Peace. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Weird. Why is there still a thing down there? Alright, let's look at the journal. Reach the mountain pass. Travel through the Underdark. Ask the goblin priestess for help. Oh yeah, she dead now. Rescued Halsin. Find the Githyanki Creche. Find more parasites to absorb to grow your power. Discover the artifact's secrets. Rescue the Grand Duke. Find the Night Song. Finish the Masterwork weapon. Destroy the ancient tome. Find a way to finish the Necromancy of Thay. I thought I finished it. That's weird. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't see it, anything about that quest marker down there. The road is finally safe, and the tieflings have left for Baldur's Gate. Wrath was grateful and pointed us to a hidden vault locked by runes in the Enclave Library. Pleased Zaris rewarded us for defending her agents and bringing back the shipment. Barkus Root. I like when the battle starts before I've even completely loaded in. Why? Oh, they already threw some fire on me? That's cool. That's on me. I should have known better than to just warp here. Well, I guess we'll see if we can clean this up. If not, we'll start over. Alright, now that we're out of the fire, start off with an Eldritch Blast. It's a double hitter. I didn't remember that. Okay, we got the double hitter. And then bring him back in. Miss.
This is gonna feel good.
Chop chop. You got that double hit yet? The double hitter. Reckless attack for free. Alright, how y'all feeling? What y'all think about it? Did that just... Whoa, look how many goblins that just added. That's insane. Alright, we'll just see if we can take on everybody at once, I guess. Starting from the compromised position. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We own this camp now, you hear?
What should I do?
Commence to bonking.
Strike hard, strike.
The critical hit lays him to waste. Oh, we got big damage? I didn't know we had big damage. There we go. That's better. Plus 11, that's a good heal. Especially for a healing word. At level 2. Alright, so they're trying to put a hex on Shadowheart. So we're going to counterspell that. None of that. We don't want that. Let me reiterate, this is not how you want to start this battle. But we're just gonna play it out, see how it goes.
Best be on my way.
Alright, we put a hunter's mark on him to help with our accuracy. I think I want to move over here. Let's go for another Eldritch Bow. Sent him flying. Alright, knock him back and then pull him back in. Get over here! Finish him off, Karlak. Come on, you can do it. There it is. Oh, big ogre coming from the right, though.
Close ranks.
Need to stay focused.
Time to heal. Let's start healing. 27. Karlak's gonna be taking some damage.
Take you.
17, that was almost a full heal. Good work. Follow it up with a baby heal on Shadow again. There it is. They're gonna be taking some damage, so they gotta get ready. See what these goblins want to try to do. An Eldritch Blast. Counter spell. Such a great spell. Hexed. And a big bonk from the ogre. Goblins are just gonna fire on us with arrows, of course. Jumping around. Sacred Flame. Bunch of dashers coming in. It's about to get nasty. Time to start plugging. Oh, don't miss, dude. Gain advantage on concentration saves. some poisons. Let's take a heal.
On the victor's path.
Alright, I wasted all my big spells on those counter spells. Should have let that second one through probably so I could do something else, but we're gonna work with what we got left. Just keep doing what works, I guess. Seems to be working. We can do double Eldritch Blasts. There it is. And entangled his ass. Knocked him into the roots. That was unintentional, but I'll take it. Let's move up a little bit and see if we can now get the lash back with the miss.
Watch this.
Alright, let's go into our inventory. Pop a soul coin. This ogre wants to get in my face, dude. Your attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 psychic damage. You take 1 to 4 psychic damage. Protection from good and evil. Reckless attack it is. 20 damage off the top. Can we do it again? Wallop! Another 21 damage. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta let them know what's up. Alright, Shadow, keep healing. Keep healing. Your best heal on Karlach.
Take you.
She like that. And then the bonus baby heal for yourself. Again.
Take you.
Just keep healing. We're gonna heal through these goblins. Eldritch Blast for 6 and 1. Concussive Smash for 10 on Karlach. Critical hit and a miss. And 5 on Karlach. Ooh, they're plugging away, guys. So many goblins. Alright, they're dashing in. This might be close. I'm still getting sneak attacks on this guy. 75%. Come on, let's go. Miss again? What am I missing here? 75%? Missed twice in a row with the sneak attack. That's some bull. That's some bull honky, y'all. God, maybe I need to just get up there and get in it. I can still be healing. Potion of Speed. Let's rock one of these bad boys. They're getting on my nerves. I'm gonna give them what's for now. Here's what I think about your misses. You're making me do all these missings. Let's find a good one. Ooh, Scroll of Magic Missile. That's fun. 100%. One for him. One for her. And one for that one as well. They don't do a lot of damage, but it looks cool.
No.
Hell of Thorns. Let's see, can I put it? I don't think I can put it on them without hurting one of my companions here. Alright, that's what I was worried about. Let's try something else. I guess just back to Eldritch Blast. Keep working that bread and butter, I suppose. What other choice do we have? Here. 2? Yeah, let's get rid of her. Oh yeah, we got the double blast. Either way, 1 and 1. Oh, okay, I guess I... There we go, good work. Good work, Will. Hold position. And then still the lash back. Oh man, that guy is just a slippery little dodger.
My turn.
Alright, Karlak, you know what to do. Let's get rid of this ogre, dude. Wallop! He's gone. And with the turnaround, enough of your little dodgings. Oh, but to hit again. If but to hit again. Where's all my movement at?
Need to act fast.
Alright, how we looking on the hills? Man, Shadowheart took a lot of damage. So did Karlak.
Take you.
10 for Karlak.
Take you.
And 7 for Shadowheart. Let's break them up a little bit. Alright, Gobs, what do y'all think about it? 4 on Karlak. 8 on Karlak. 3, 6, and she's down. No, now she's down, sorry. Shadow took a critical hit on 13. He's healing his buddy. This guy walks over, swing and a miss. That's really good. She's left standing with 10. Alright. Sneak attack range. I'm over here in the shadows, just shooting with 90%. But can I actually hit? Needs a 13, rolled a 9. I'll take it. Hits him for 19. Finally, I get a good shot. Can I do it again? I think I get a second attack here this time. 85% on a regular shot. 14, rolled a 15. Wow, hit him for 8. Broke his concentration. Oh, he had a bless up. That is no more. Someone's over there drunk singing. Doesn't even know there's a big battle taking place. Good work, dude. Let's look at our stuff here. You know what? This turn I'm just gonna do some basic poison because we still got quite a bit of goblins left. Now you'll notice the bow is poisoned up for the next strike. Alright, Will. You know what to do, buddy. Double Eldritch Bolts. One for you. And one for you. Took them both down, just locking it down as a true warlock right now. Real proud of you, buddy. Alright, we're gonna have to move up.
2 steps at a time.
That sorrowful lash. We need a few more feet. And then we can hit him with the get over here. 6 on his gobbo, but what's he got left? 1 hit point. I always hate that when they got 1 hit point left.
Let's finish this.
Alright, we need that big heal for Carla.
Take you.
11. Get on up. Let's keep going. We're not done yet. The baby heal goes to Shadow again. We're doing everything we can here, guys.
another round?
Just got that pommel strike. Frenzy.
Find a route.
Karlach's mad, y'all. Y'all making her mad. Y'all better calm down, goblins. Y'all better calm down. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. 5. 5 goblins left. Come on, let's go. We need misses. I need to see missing. Small numbers. Small numbers only. Oh, critical hit. I don't like that. So that's what it is. When they get that critical, the character's like, ah! Almost think they're going to die. It must hurt. It hurts y'all to get hit by a critical hit. That dude's dead. We can cancel that. Fairy fire. I wish it did damage too. Oh, I have 2 actions because I took that speed earlier. That's what it was. I was like trying to figure out why I had that second shot. Melf's Arrow Acid. That's a good spell. See, they're not really bunched up real good like I'd like them to be. And I think they're out of sneak attack range now. Alright, we got 2 on the left. Let's go 2 on the right. But stay in the shadows maybe? I don't know. Can we do it? Do I still get my sneak attack now? No, must have advantage. And hide. I can do bonus but cunning action hide. I don't know if is he gonna see me? What if I let me get over here in the shadows a little bit more and try this. There is no ninja behind the tree.
I don't need any attention right now.
Oh, that didn't work. %, though.
First.
Oh yeah, he's got that 1 hit point. I'm over here playing around. Should have did it the other way around and now hide, and probably I might be hidden actually if they didn't see me. Oh, I have another attack. That's right. Haha. Alright, let's just get in here. Time to just get in here and take some people out. 90%? 5 in poison.
The blade will not bend.
Seems like a waste. Here, let's see. Can we get over here and get these guys instead?
Fleet of foot.
Fuck yes.
It's 1 down. And another. Oh, she's taking damage for some reason. Better end the rage. In case that's it. That might be what's driving her mad or hurting her.
Got to focus.
All out of heals at last, I'm afraid to say. Firebolt. Here we go. 55% chance. Nice. Missile snaring. Critical miss. Now it's my turn. No, Will's up first. What? What happened? Oh, he's now lethargic. Yeah, the speed potion wore off, which means I lose a turn. Come on, Will, let's go. Somebody left?
Oh my word.
Oh, okay.
Incoming.
Ooh, she's in range. Let's go. 55% chance. Ow, 5. And put Bane on her.
Protect me.
Whatever that do.
Got to press on.
Mud. Oh no, the mud. Alright, let's get a dash. That's a miss. You're outnumbered. Give it up.
Wait.
Oh, come on. Come on with that. Come on with that. Oh, there's another goblin up there just reading a book, not even knowing what's going on. Got bad news for you.
Forever dauntless.
Got bad news for you, Gobbo.
Cheer me up, quick!
I'll fill that one later.
How's that?
Go home. Cave. Mother.
I have a camp. You're welcome there.
New home. Maybe.
Yeah.
He runs away. Only time will tell if he'll reappear.
Take care, little buddy.
Poor creature. I hope he can follow my scent to the camp. Don't mind if I do.
I'll leave the dwarf parts, but I'll take the pork.
Copper for your thoughts.
Looking at something?
Just looking. What are you doing?
I'm looking too, but not seeing very much. Another quirk of my affliction.
Do you miss it? Seeing your own face?
Preening in the looking glass. Petty vanity. Of course I miss it. I've never even seen this face. Not since it grew fangs and my eyes turned red.
And what color were they before?
I don't know. I can't remember. My face is just some dark shape in my past. Another thing I've lost.
For you, maybe, but I like what I see.
And what do you see? Exactly.
Strong, piercing eyes.
Oh. Go on.
The way your hair curls around your ears.
This is meant to be flattery, not poetry. Just tell me I'm beautiful and we can call it a day.
Fine. You're beautiful.
Observant. Mirrors aren't much use, but being reflected in someone else's eyes? Well, I could do worse.
Oakfather's blessings to you.
You as well. I have to ask, how do you know so much about the parasite?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
Seems like you feel responsible for this shadow curse somehow.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Do you know how the shadow curse can be stopped?
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now, Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
At the celebration with the tieflings before, I hope I didn't come over too strong. Kinda got caught up in the moment.
There are few things that are too strong for me. And cast those regrets aside. You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same.
You'd have done the same? I'm glad I didn't leave a bad impression then.
A bad impression? Impossible.
And how are you faring out here at the camp?
With such stimulating company? Never better.
Welcome to the League of the Lone Eye, my friend. Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise, you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a man with one eye.
And what do you think of the illithid potential of the dream visitor spoke of?
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
True, but you've seen how dangerous these absolute cultists are. We need the extra help. Just look at me. How potent I'm becoming. Think of what we could accomplish together. Okay, Vader. We face untold dangers, Will. Shouldn't we seize every possible advantage? Ooh, that's not a good one. Even with a 2. Almost got it. Let's try again. There it is.
Yes, I suppose we should. Though I'm more than a bit wary. Still, I am the Frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
Come on then, don't leave me in suspense. How are you feeling? No errant tentacles? No sudden cravings for a more cerebral diet?
I'm feeling great. Consuming these tadpoles could give us quite the advantage. Now that you do mention it, I do feel a sudden unrelenting urge to crack open your... Never mind.
Replete with ribaldry as always. Well, you could provide no better proof that you are not, in fact, about to turn into a mind flare. Famously humorless illithids, the tyrannical enslavement of all other living creatures hardly lends itself to levity. Should your wit begin to suffer, only then must we worry. Was there another matter you wish to discuss?
I was wondering about that mighty lord you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god, to know yourself, to be untouchable, to be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
Nothing ever good comes from mortals wanting to be gods, I suppose.
Loving them has its side effects as well. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mystra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Scratch over there, spurging out.
Copper for your thoughts.
It was bad enough having just one of those tadpoles forced upon us. I can scarcely believe you actually inflicted another on yourself.
That artifact seems to be protecting us somehow. Do you still have it?
Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life.
Curious that you just happen to have the item that can protect us. How did you come by it?
I was part of a group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mind flayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
But how can you go to all this trouble and not understand why?
I told you already. I surrendered my memories for the sake of the mission. Shah's secrets must be protected. Duty demands it. Once I fulfill my mission, I can have my memories restored.
Blind duty. Spoken like a true pawn. They tend to get sacrificed first, you know.
How cynical. I should borrow that line sometime. But if I have to die, so be it. Like I said, faith.
You seemed intrigued when Halsin mentioned Dark Justiciars before.
I was. He mentioned Dark Justiciars, and we've come across other signs of a Sharan presence during our travels. I'm not sure I can dismiss that as a coincidence.
Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
So you knew more than you were letting on before. I hope you'll be more honest in the future.
I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor.
Why would Shar subject you to such a thing, this pain that plagues you?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
How can you manage living with such a thing?
It's less difficult than you might imagine, when you can't remember life without it. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss, and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
I want to talk about your Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
I might have to reconsider traveling with you. My apologies, I didn't mean to pry. I have no problems with Shar worshippers, if that's what concerns you. You should trust me. We're in the same boat, after all. A 1. See, so you're not punished for critical failure at all?
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Remind me.
My Lady Shah is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss.
Oh, fascinating. Please continue.
Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals.
Sounds daunting. I don't think it's for me.
Give it time. And thought. We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shah's truths.
I won't cast judgment on your beliefs.
Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company.
So sometimes I'll say things or whatever just to go through all the options and kind of like get them off of the dialogue tree. She's got a lot to say. I want to know more about you, Shadowheart.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
What drew you to Shar worship exactly?
She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell.
Tell me something about yourself besides Shar, besides tadpoles.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
You'll have to point out night orchids to me if we ever pass some. Really? You've flown between the planes of existence, but you've never been swimming?
It's nothing to laugh at. Save your questions if that's how you're going to react.
Anything else you'd care to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memory suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
You've had your memories suppressed. That seems extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
I want to talk about what's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up in your estimations?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
What do you think about what happened to the Druid Grove?
I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
These illicit powers we're developing. What do you make of them?
On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from. And what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it.
The odds are stacked against us. Can we truly afford to ignore a potential advantage?
Well, perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's explore these powers then. I just hope we don't come to regret it.
All right then.
What's next?
Shadowheart, one for you. And Will.
Sharp as ever.
One for you.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
I promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. I see you've been using the powers the tadpole gives you. Good. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places.
So what should I be doing then?
Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun.
How do I destroy the source of the tadpole's magic?
I am not sure yet. To find the answers, we must first find the source. These parasites are more than illicit spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute, and believe it to be a god. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you.
So then, who are you?
It's complicated. But I'm an adventurer, just like you. Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells. They need me. I have to go.
What's going on over there?
The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
I was ready for this one. I knew there would be a battle as soon as we went in here. We got like 6 guys. Start off with a little killer guiding bolt. Good work, Shadow.
Another fight. Let's go.
Let's move some stuff around a little bit here. So I'm just wondering, is this something I can only use once per 100? Once per long rest? It says until long rest. So, I don't want to waste it if so.
Forever dauntless.
Watch and learn.
Put him up. Eat it.
Take things.
Can't even catch my breath. One day I'll catch a break. Battle favors the fearless.
The true main boss of the game, the camera. You know? Yeah, I figured.
I smell blood. Count on me.
Where do I go from here? Try me. Battle favors the fearless. Time to get going.
Alright, I need to check this armor here. Hide armor +2. That
What a
seems
charmer.
like it might be something. Oh yeah. So it's got an extra point of armor class. Balance, gain a +1 bonus to dexterity saving throws and checks. An ambusher, gain a +1 bonus to initiative rolls. AC bonus from dexterity limited to +2, which she doesn't even have a +2. But, yeah. There it is.
No time to rest. It'll take a while for us all to recover, but you've helped us take the first step. Of course.
I love how his inventory is just full of junk that we've sold him. Well, buddy, we've got some more for you.
May you keep balance.
Alright, now that this place is properly cleared out, there should be a door here that we can use to get to the Underdark.
Better be cautious.
You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave.
I mean, I'm here, aren't I? You wouldn't have let me in if I didn't belong, would you?
You managed to talk your way in. No easy feat.
This calls for careful footwork.
Just kidding.
Your violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about to be returned in kind.
What's it gonna take?
Amulet of Misty Step. How nice. Who wants to be able to Misty Step? Animal friendship?
There's no time to waste.
What's cooking?
Alright.
I've got a long road ahead. That's curious.
It's just a small hole that none of us can fit into. However, if you can, I know that if you can turn into a gaseous cloud of gas, then you can go in there. There's probably some loot.
Looks like these plates on the floor can be turned.
Alright, so in this case, I think you want, I'm trying to remember, all the empty slots on the outside or something like that.
That's curious.
Or you can just perceive this lever over here. What'd that do? Is there another one? Right here. You guys don't see it?
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
Let's split off so they'll stop getting in my way. Okay, so there's all the empty nodes on the inside. That didn't work.
This goes very far down. We'll have to go in to see the bottom.
Right, so we needed to get all the empty nodes onto the disc with the light shining on it. I thought we had already had that at one point, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I pulled the switch after or something. I'm not sure. Watch this. That's a minotaur.
Well, you don't want to get hit by that.
No, you wouldn't. Welcome to the Underdark, everyone. That's how you deal with that problem. You can also go out over in this way. Ooh, that was close. Might help if I go get my friends. Guys, let's go. A spectator. A lesser form of what's also known as a beholder.
That's a friendly looking shadow. Oh, man slipped.
So beholders, or in this case the spectator, are like giant eye monsters with tentacles. And they like to shoot beams, rays of energy, whatever you want to call them. It's like to shoot them at you, and they do different things. It's not good. Alright, Will, you're up. What are you gonna do, buddy? How about burning hands? Burning hands on a mofo. Karlak. Takes an action. Legacy of Avernus, Searing Smite. 45% chance. Reckless attack, 70% chance.
Show him who you are.
And again, critical hit. Heck yeah.
Talk to me.
Oh, right. So, one of the things... What's he trying to cast? Darkness on us? Nah. Cancel that. One of the things that beholders or spectators or whatever, they can do with their eye lasers is turn you to stone. And then they can, by which they can also remove the petrification as well. And so that's what we saw, was this thing has turned a bunch of drow into statues, and then it turned one of them back into normal. And rather than going after the dang thing that turned it to a stone, it's going to try to attack us instead. Maybe it's being controlled by the spectator? If you highlight and press down on the D-pad, you can see the conditions. Notable features. Spectator's charm. Any damage could break it? That's kind of interesting. Wait, Dorn's not attacking us. That's interesting. Is it because I'm a drow? The spectator's eyes.
Then I should unwind in camp.
Ray of Fear and Wounding Ray. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm the only one who can get the bonus from the Absolute's Talisman, is the thing.
The pride of the gate.
This is the Misty Step.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
%50 hit points or less. Don't provoke opportunity of attack.
Don't be shy.
And this one is protection from evil and good. Let's do some swapperoonies, maybe. Maybe we'll switch here.
Let's get going.
Oh well. Even though I'm the only one that gets the bonus from this is too good. I want to try rocking this one. For now, we'll see.
Of the people.
Change it back later.
What's next, I wonder?
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Let's see if we can talk to this drow dude.
Dust on my tongue. I offer to parley, and he brings a spectator. Twit. Quite ruined my ambush. Now, you are?
Alright, I don't like the fact that this cutscene starts right when I'm next to a plant that's about to explode. I'm more concerned with this twit who set a spectator on you.
Ha! A rival. A mere footnote to my legend. You should be more concerned with who I am. I am Dawn, third son of House Bartol, first rank evoker, and initiate of Graven Hollows. Oh. Oh no, no, my dear dark gods below, no!
What? I didn't even know you could talk to these guys.
A container
This is
onto which
crazy.
brief mental impressions are projected and stored for years at a time.
It's fading. It seems you've been frozen like that for a while.
Far, far longer than I realized. Then my enemies have already found the forge. Which bastard stole my glory? Zargrim? Filro?
What forge?
The adamantine forge? If it had been found, the name would ring throughout the Underdark. Unless... Huh. Ha! The fools must have turned back, or, better yet, died in the search. Good. If they had just surrendered their research to me, we might have found the forge together. But no. They hoarded their knowledge, left each of us clinging to scraps. I had the good sense to lock mine away in the shard. And now I can claim the forge alone.
What knowledge does the crystal contain exactly?
Bold of you to ask. The others knew of the forge's defenses, its operation, but I know where to find it. The rest I can figure out with time. Now I am the only one searching. Or almost the only one. You proved your power in freeing me, but I need no more rivals. Try to take this as a compliment, yes?
Right. That sounds about right.
Need to find a way forward.
What a fool he was. Blast pendant. Lightning blast. This is class action though. I think it's for like a paladin or something. Maybe a wizard? I'm not sure.
The crystal shines only faintly. A memory shard, the wizard had called it. The crystal's glow swells, drawing you into its depths. You are transported somewhere deep, loud, and hot as the hells themselves. Within the Underdark's bowels, beyond an ancient stronghold, hovers a giant hammer, waiting to fall. An echoing clang, and you're back to yourself, left only with a firm sense of a place. A grand forge.
I'm destroying these drow statues, who again were once people that have been turned to stone, so that I can loot them.
period.
Cautious. Be wary. This place is trapped.
Okay, so, but you are rewarded for a critical success, because even with my bonus, I shouldn't have been able to hit a DC 30. But that,
what do we have here?
That critical success will do it.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
The boulette.
Where am I needed?
Let's get on with it.
Wanna dance?
Let's end this.
Aye, aye.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Frightened it. Now let's see if I can retreat.
Can't slow down.
To a safer position. It's frightened, which means it can't move. But it went underground, so it ran away. Okay, so I guess frightened means it can run away if it wants.
I'll fill that one later. Let's move.
And now that we're in the Underdark, so is our camp.
Ever since we shared each other's flesh, I've caught you looking at me with lidded eyes. And either like a coward or a fool, you tremble. Perhaps the parasite has weakened you. Or perhaps you still long for my taste.
It's foolish of me. I promise I shall stop.
I did not say it was unwelcome. Should a warrior not enjoy the flattery of her admirers? Besides, I can't deny the lure of your taste. Sweet, yes, but also bitter as ginger. Tempt me.
Huh. You're free to be with who you choose, but hope you'll choose me. Deep down, you like me more than anyone else here.
You are exceptional amongst our pack. You are clearly their leader, and they look to you for guidance. That I admire. Very well. I will claim you once you have taken to rest.
On second thought, I'd rather be alone tonight.
Just when my tongue was craving a second sample. To think you'd starve yourself while gazing at a feast luscious as this.
Trask doesn't want to get pinned down, both physically and figuratively. Lae'zel did a real number on him last time. Does anybody else want to talk? Everybody else good? Y'all good? Okie dokie. Alright, we're going to take a short break and then we'll be right back to it. Alright, we back.
Couple turns should do. sigils on every box. If this place wasn't already abandoned, I'd set it ablaze.
Dark Mother, Weaver of Destiny, offer us a blessing. To slay our foes, may they be strangled by the threads of fate and dyed red in your image. Loth be praised. Nah. None of it. Get that trash out of here. Rock salts. Salts of the Chasm Creeper. The boulette, he's still around. He might still want some, y'all. Watch out.
Something's burrowed in there. Something big. Scorched ground. Better watch out.
Drow. Skellies galore. Wonder what the story was.
One favor, one faithful servant, that is all I summoned, no more, no less, than Malice Duerden ever had, or indeed the mother of lusts herself. The Yalko was quite a sight in all its form. I'd read of its foul odor, but I found it intoxicating, like rose water, so it smashed a few artifacts, hissed at a master. The Archmage should have revered me for such a conjuring. Instead, he threatened to curse me, to make me a drider. Yet my time will come. Soon I will return to Menzoberranzan and Sorcerer. Then the Archmage will worship me. I will be served. Nope, you didn't make it, dude.
I wonder how long this went overlooked.
A perfect ring of mushrooms. Nature. Ah. Perhaps something's missing.
So over there where he was talking about scorched marks, there's like a whole tower thing. I don't really want to mess with that right now though. We'll come back to that in a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, there's just a lever.
Something over there. These fungal spores are everywhere.
Not now. On my way. Over there.
So that was the boulette causing the trembling and the underground stuff yet again. It knocked the Minotaur down. We took advantage of that. And then, did it run away? I thought it was going to join the battle, and I was like, man, this is not going to be good. But, oh, it is in the battle. I see it. It has a turn. I just don't know where it is. Oh, it jumped up there. How interesting. Alright, well, we're going to try to deal with this as we can. Play it where it lies.
Finding my way.
Now, wouldn't it be interesting if we could slow all of them? Slow you, and slow you. Saved. Slowed. We slowed 2 out of 3. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Might will prevail.
Get over here. It actually looks like it knocked him further away, or maybe just moved him sideways. How weird. Oh, I like that. The Minotaur's attacking the Boulette. Yeah, y'all duke it out. That's fine.
You picked the wrong fight.
And I can get around and stab with the offhand. 2 whole damage, huh? Gained Maiden's Blessing, though. What does that do again? Gains a 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws.
I'm ready. Feel my mistress's wrath.
Wait, why did that hit hurt Karlak? It did that earlier too. Okay, so this thing does damage to nearby targets. So does that mean it can hit friendly too? That's wild, man. I don't want to do that.
Got this.
Amulet of the Unworthy. Grants resistance to slashing damage, but grants vulnerability to bludgeoning damage. You know? I don't know.
No holding back. Fleet of foot.
Just drop some daggers on them. See what they think about that. See, it got his attention. He wanted to come strike back and incurred attack of opportunity from the Boulette. Boulette is like, yeah, I'll get in on that as well. Ooh, maybe we shouldn't have done that. That really pissed him off.
Blood follows me everywhere.
Shit, I did not mean to do that. I thought I was healing Karlak. Damn that. That sucks.
Gods, it's hot in here.
This is my time.
Your mind is a canyon, and the words echo from every crevasse.
They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. You're coming.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Welcome, rest.
So the boulette ran away again.
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
Hells! This place is ready to collapse.
Alright, so the bridge got destroyed, so they can't come up.
Right tool will do the trick. Zentarim. Mercenaries and cutthroats. Useful friends if you can afford them.
I think he's talking about this symbol right here. So here's the thing. I noticed you can't use the throw action on things that are in bags. So you want to leave anything that you want to be able to throw, like a health potion. Don't put it in a bag in your inventory. But most of this stuff can go in there, I think.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Can't give up now. Out of sight, out of mind.
Freshened up and ready to fight.
broken bones. Must have fallen.
Masks, known to cause confusion. Best not get too close.
What's that?
Timask and torch stalks. Great. Get confused by one, blown up by the other.
You were swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
I don't need your permission to pass. I'm a traveler seeking adventure, that's all.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Antitoxin? Would that do it? Worth taking. Wow.
Ah, gods. Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me? You're a drow.
We're not all zealots. Now you know.
No. Now I know. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, it hurts. Girls, garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
Take it easy. Tell me what I can do.
Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin. Not charity, mind. We can pay. We're Iron Hand clan. Best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Dwergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
What are they digging for?
Some dusty temple. It doesn't matter. They'll work my clan to death before they ever get near it.
What was the expedition your clan were on?
Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual. But our work pays well. Help my clan and we'll make it worth your while. I swear.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here. I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Dwergar ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
Defender of the people.
It's planting spores. The Myconid means to raise the dead.
Indeed. These creatures are mightier than they look.
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Dwergar invaders, huh? I'd like to hear their side of the story first, but all right.
You planted animating spores in the corpse, yes?
Yes. Our enemy's flesh makes a fine host for my growing children.
If I die down here, destroy my corpse.
Don't be silly. We would just revive you. Like, not as a zombie, like normal. Anyway. These spores hold such power. How might I gain this knowledge?
You may not. The spores hear only the circle. They dance to no other harmony.
The Durgar attacked you in those visions. Why?
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Dwergar.
The Dwergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
You harbor a fugitive gnome. Admirable of you.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song.
I'll cleanse the rot. Those Durgar near the lake will die.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the circle a service. We will await word.
Indeed.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
Relic? This is about the artifact, isn't it?
That artifact is an heirloom of my people. Likely she spilled Githyanki blood in order to steal it. This cannot stand.
Heirloom? Plunder from some conquered realm, more like. This artifact is the only thing keeping us from becoming slaves to our parasites. Be glad I have it.
Stop squabbling, both of you.
Remove yourself if you are so easily offended. This is not your concern.
Nonsense. You're just finally showing us what you really are. A reaver to the bone.
Spare your indignity. Every word that spills from your mouth is worth less than the last.
Again, stop this. There's no sense in us fighting with each other.
Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
What's this even about?
Nozelle thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why.
So, any ideas on how we settle this?
The bad blood must be purged. A jewel come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Nozelle. You'll need it. You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
Shadowheart, stop. You don't have to do this.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
We need her, Shadowheart. Give her a chance.
Can I do that, Lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
A potion of healing. Very nice. Good boy.
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
So, what do you think's awaiting us at Moonrise?
Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
I don't think there'll be any more trouble between Lae'zel and I, if you were wondering. We can all sleep easier now. Well, apart from all the rest.
I'll be keeping an eye on both of you. I don't want any more fights happening.
Relax. We'll kiss and make up on our own time. Someone prodding at a newly opened wound doesn't help matters.
You wish to speak?
Nah, I'm just making sure you're good, man. You just standing here all weird like.
I'm not yours. You are not mine. Or so I've come to believe. You are Shaq Fonash Du,
Source of my bruises. The wounds you inflicted will heal, but they will leave behind scars.
Ooh, I understand. Sorry, Lizelle, it was a one-time thing. Take care.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
Alright, folks. I think that's gonna do it as we warm ourselves here by the hearth. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, just go ahead and use your bonus action on the like and subscribe buttons. I do appreciate that. And as always, until next time, take care.